So Grand Rising, everybody. Grand Rising.
Hey, y'all.
Drop your city and your state. Like, share, and tag. This is Eric.
And I'm D, y'all.
Oh, man, get it together.
Hey, y'all.
Get it together, man. Get it together.
What's up, y'all?
We got this black liquid in our cups, and it's not doing any good. So
I should kept mine black.
We're broadcasting live on our YouTube channel, and I think this morning we're going to leave it on our Facebook groups and page this morning. But TikTok, sorry, we gotta shut you down. Unless our guest wants to go live, we'll go live with her on our TikTok. However, we're gonna wait on her to come on in, but we're going to be interviewing none other than Shakeya the professor.
The professor.
So we're gonna wait on her to come on in here.
She will be coming on shortly. We are so excited.
See what she's got to share.
To be speaking with her this morning.
LaWanda just joined the party. What's going on?
Hey, Malay. Hey, Keisha.
And I wanna get this right. Is that Gerardo Creations? Am I saying it right? Gerardo Creations. That's a French name, and it could possibly be French Creole.
Oh, yes. Okay.
See, we're from Baton Rouge, so
where you from?
Familiar with those.
Where you coming in from?
300 Clips is DK. Okay, what's up, DKJ?
Hello.
What's going on? Thanks y'all for jumping on. Drop your city and state. Shawnee D, what's going on? Drop y'all city and state if y'all have not done so. Like, share, and tag. We got a special treat for y'all today.
Good morning, Shawnee D. Good morning,
I'm super
Alexis.
duper excited. Mableton, Georgia.
Mableton. Okay. I'm not sure. Mableton. Have I ever heard of Mableton?
Alexis.
We used to live in Georgia, so I'm just trying to figure out.
Yeah, well, how far is that from
where that is?
How far is that from Atlanta? Or where is that in reference to in reference to Atlanta or Savannah? Or that question's for you, Jackie. Miko, what's going on? How you doing? Glamour Stones. Grand Rising. Super duper excited, y'all. We're gonna hang on until our guest comes in. She's doing the business thing, the mother thing, the wife thing, all that stuff. So we're gonna be doing this, guys. So you said 20 minutes from Atlanta. I figured it was okay.
Okay.
I got you. So yeah, we'll be doing this next year heavily. We started this in June-ish, July.
Yeah.
I started going live like every day. I started going live every day in June because I wanted to drop some financial facts for the month of June. And then it kind of evolved because I needed D to come on and kind of get y'all could hear from a woman's perspective. So we partnered up to do this live, and we decided to come on every Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. Hey, Miss Kim, thanks for jumping on.
Kim.
Deborah, how you doing? Out of Bluffton, South Carolina.
Hello, Deborah.
We know where that's at as well. We used to live in Hinesville. I was stationed in Savannah,
Georgia.
Yeah, I saw. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
We already purchased those courses. So we're excited to be moving towards the new year as well. There's a lot of things that we're going to be talking about in 2023, man.
Yep.
If you guys missed the announcement, we did an announcement, and it's you can go back and check it out on our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. And we announced some of the things that we're going to be doing in 2023. So we got the first quarter is already planned. The first quarter of the year is already planned, and super duper excited.
Shawnee D said, "Let me see the hoodies." Girl, I know I am a 70s baby. 70s baby. I'm I'm a 70s baby.
Let's see. Level when you two are on. Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
We just want to give some value. And a lot of this is coming from a couple's perspective. It's easier. I'm telling you guys. I can't.
Thank you, Shanity.
I can't even fathom doing this by myself. You know, I don't know about you, but
you already know.
It's already.
I ain't doing it by myself.
Well, I'm not talking about just the broadcast, silly. I'm talking about just business in general.
Oh, yeah.
It's always better with more people involved that have the same vision. So I couldn't fathom doing it by myself. It's cool to know that we got our own areas and stuff. So
yeah. Good morning, Tasha. Thank you.
So
thank you.
You can go back and look at the YouTube broadcast where we introduced announced
the classes. So if you purchase the classes off of the Blank Spot side, make sure that you create your password for the Blank Spot Academy, because that's where the links will be held for the Zoom session. So you would have to go there to get the link for the Zoom session. So make sure that you created your account for the Blank Spot Academy, and when it's time, that's where you're gonna go to get the Zoom link.
So I hope y'all are ready for the holiday. I mean, it's here. If y'all are participating, if anybody's participating in this upcoming holiday, hope you guys are ready. Hope you guys are getting those orders out. I know the shipping is gonna get crazy. It's already crazy.
It's crazy already. But if you guys plan on shopping with us, our last day to ship is gonna be the 21st. The 21st is the last day we shipping until we get back on the 29th. So if you guys need anything, you might want to go ahead and get your orders in now. Okay, because after that, we won't be doing any shipping. All right.
Well, from
the website will be open.
Website will be open. You can still shop.
We won't ship anything.
We won't ship again until after the 29th. We're going on vacation. So
yeah,
that is what we're doing. The other thing is we just implemented another way to be notified on our website. So if you haven't visited our website in a minute, go to the website and just be patient. Open it up. You're going to get a message and it's going to say, hey, come and hang out with us. And you'll be able to get 10% off if you register via to be notified via SMS. So that is another way that we're going to be connecting with you guys. Grand Rising. We are over on YouTube. We're just waiting on our guest to come on.
Yeah, she's announcing it now on her Facebook.
I am super duper excited.
We are excited.
Super duper excited. So if you guys are on TikTok, we will not be broadcasting this unless she comes on. She's talking. She come on talking right now, man.
She was announcing it already.
She's coming on talking, man. I'm just watching her mouth move right now, y'all. I'm clowning her, but she's coming on talking. She's ready already, man.
Good morning.
Hey, Professor.
Oh, y'all put me right in.
Okay, hold on. We can't hear you.
Maybe it's me.
Right in. Okay. Expecting that.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Hold on. Wait, let me turn this off. I wasn't expecting that because I had literally just got off the live. I was like, okay, well, maybe, I wasn't expecting to go right in. All right. Okay.
I waited to bring you in, but I saw your mouth moving. I said, man, she's coming in talking, man, swinging that bat.
I was actually
swinging
I
that
was doing a live video telling them to come join me over here. I was trying to get in earlier so I could do the live video, but then I was and I need to go get the link. So like for the YouTube. So I was like, oh man.
I got you. Let me get off. Let me see your phone. Let me get off.
Did you get it or you need it now or?
No, I got it. I did the live.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you get the link to share from my Facebook page too? Okay. All right.
Oh, from the Facebook. Well, I don't know. I thought you do it on Facebook as well. I thought for these.
I'm gonna broadcast this one on there. If you wanna get the link for there, I can give you that as well. Or you can go.
Okay. Well, I did the live already, so I would have got it ahead of time. So I did the one for YouTube. Hey, we trying to get watch hours. Bring that button to YouTube.
Yeah. Exactly. So TikTok. We're on YouTube. So I'll see y'all later. The blank spot. Okay, the blanks spot. So you guys take care. See y'all soon. Peace. Deuces. All right, so Grand Rising, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Grand Rising. So we've done a little bit of the introduction. We'll do it one more time. I'm Eric.
I'm D, y'all.
And this is the Blank Spot Academy. We come on every Monday and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And our hopes is to create a platform to where we can educate, share, and inform individuals. So now, every Friday, it's going to be our mission to get a business owner on here so we can interview them. I don't care if you selling rocks out of the back of your trunk.
We don't care.
If you're serious about what you're doing, about your product or service, and you want to get it out, then connect with us, and we're more than happy to share with the masses. So today, we're going to be bringing to you none other than Mrs. Shakeya Lavelle, known as the Professor. You go ahead and introduce her. Go ahead.
So, guys, I am so excited to present to you guys this lady. Listen, I have been following her for some years now, and we finally connected some months ago, and she inspired me to continue on with what I was doing and actually, kind of venture into some other stuff as well. And what I love about her is she speaks honestly. Okay. She speaks honestly, which is her brand, right? So she will tell you how it is. I love the fact that she does her research, which is that's what I love. I absolutely love that because she taught me that it's important to do research, on different things. And that's what we do here at the Blank Spot as well, because we want to make sure that we are being honest with our customers as well. So we just wanted to bring her on and just kind of let her share her story with you guys. Okay. So we are going to present to you guys none other than Shakeya, the Professor.
And I'm over here just moving around. I don't know. It's like I'm out of frame for some reason. I don't know why. I'm out of frame.
Yeah, I'm adjusting my camera as well. I don't know what it is, man. It's too. So yeah. So go ahead, do your thing, man. Tell them who you are, what you do, your life, your family, all that good stuff, whatever you want to share. And we're gonna do some questions. Nothing crazy. I'm not gonna put you out there, but you got the floor.
All right, so hey everyone, I am Shakeya. I'll give you the official name, right? So I am Shakeya Lavelle Berkeley. So you got there with the Mrs. I am a married mother of two. Like that is everything that I do. Like basically stems from there. Me being a wife and me being a mother of two amazing boys. Makai Jeremiah, yes, that is his first name. That is not two middle, like it's not a first name, middle name. That is his first name, Makai Jeremiah, and then Zion Imani, and then my husband is even and odd. So that's just like me. And then you guys know me as Shakeya, the Professor. I got into this as far as like the teaching part of it about 7 years ago, like officially, almost 8 years now. When I, discover, but I came across, Silhouette's platform, when I had to switch from using Cricut, and I just thought it was amazing. And being the fact that I was a stay-at-home mom, I had MJ by then. I was a stay-at-home, because he's 11. I was a stay-at-home mom, and not sure if any of you have ever been like a stay-at-home mom or housewife, but I got tired of talking to a toddler. My life was within 4 walls, and I was tired of talking to a toddler all day because MJ stayed home until he was 4, until he was able to go to preschool at the public school. So I was like, I got to find an outlet to talk to some adults and to interact with some adults on a daily basis. So I started interacting more on Facebook, outside of like just like my regular personal like groups for family or cheer and things like that. And eventually it turned into me finding out in a group that you can make money off of like YouTube just doing like craft stuff, because I do have another series of YouTube videos where I vlogged some of my pregnancy or gave like updates. So if you happen to be searching YouTube, you might find some really older videos of your girl when I was vlogging my pregnancy. So I had been introduced to YouTube, but I didn't know that there was an avenue for creators and crafters and things like that. So once I found that out, like, I mean, it was just on and popping, because I was just doing Facebook. Like when Facebook first started lives, I was in heaven. I can talk to people in real time. So that's just kind of like, who I am. I've always just been a very creative person, a researcher. I'm a nerd by nature. And, I love all things science, math, things like that. So this is me. This is natural for me. And I've made it to where my love of research has helped others.
Awesome. Now, did y'all get all that? Did y'all get all that?
That whole pregnancy blog thing, I didn't know about that.
So we got to go check you out.
But that's amazing. So I didn't know that the whole way that you started was about YouTube and you figuring out that, hey, we can go and monetize YouTube. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because my husband was like, look, you be on here all day, every day helping these folks. We got bills. And if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So you got to make it make sense. So I made it make sense. And here we are. He has to go back to corporate America.
There's nothing wrong with using your skills to make some money.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about this the other day jokingly. You going into your favorite coffee spot and trying to pay for your coffee with likes. Hey, you got to the register. Hey.
Hold on. Let me see if I can. Even, can I see your phone? That video? I never sent to me the video when we were in Wawa's and I tried to pay for it with my likes.
That's crazy, man. That is crazy.
That is funny. That is funny.
So let's get this thing out the way, guys. If you're not following the professor, make sure you follow her at Honestly Speaking 365. I got it right.
Mm-hmm.
I got it right. That's one of her YouTubes. You also have Silaholics Anonymous. Is one of your YouTubes.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a whole bunch of other social medias. Keep on going. I don't know the other ones.
Shakeya.
I don't know. Shakeya.
I have a 365 Creative Academy is one that I created to go in line with my my academy. It's supposed to be content that's outside of silhouette, like doing a little bit of Photoshop here and there, or Illustrator with my Roland, because Silaholics Anonymous, I think people just kind of like put me in a box of like just silhouette, but I really know a lot of the other programs, a lot of other things, and I wanted to keep Honestly Speaking really based on our product. So we also have, I started that one this year, 365 Creative Academy on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
So hold on for a second. Let's talk about this lip gloss. She got a lip gloss popping.
Oh look, my lips stay dry, so I gotta put it out.
All right, I'm messing. Go ahead.
Well, I found you. I first found you on YouTube on, it was your Silaholics Anonymous platform, and then you later on went to your Honestly Speaking YouTube. So tell us a little bit about how that transition came about, as far as we got Silaholics Anonymous, and then you kind of went over and you started your brand.
So technically, Honestly Speaking's YouTube channel, if you watch a lot of the old ones, you'll hear me say Elite Prints and Creations.
Okay.
So one of the things that I originally, like when I did that one, because I wanted Silaholics Anonymous to be strictly all things silhouette, but I do a lot of other things outside of that, with my business and doing chip bags and party favors and like all these other like different like demo type deals. But at the time, well, okay, back it up a little bit. I had a business called when I first started, it was the same name as my AOL, which was created the number 2 in V. So created the number 2, the letter N, the letter V. So I did created to NV events because it just worked. Like I had that name before I even thought about doing like an event planning business. And when it came around, it was like, oh wow, that actually works, you know. So created to NV events. But I just wanted a separate identity. So I ended up creating elite events and creations. And that's when I was doing a lot more like, you know, actual events and going and doing full-on setup. Well, to really make money in that, you have to be doing a lot of events. You can't, you know, you're not going to make money to like a living wage just doing one event every weekend, you know, because it's just so much that goes into it, and you're just not. So I almost have to do like most events. Like I'm planning for them for the month, and it was like stuff literally everywhere. And that man I'm married to was like, look, this kid I hand. And so it just became very stressful with trying to keep up with like all of that. So I made a decision to not do like an advertise for full on events anymore, because I mean, the supplies is right now in our current house. We have a 1-car garage that literally still has all of my event stuff. And I double dare anybody to try and get rid of it. They keep telling me, you're not doing events anymore. I have kids. They have parties. I'm not paying people for this stuff that I've accumulated for years. Okay. So it turned into elite prints and creations because I would just create things for other event planners. So I wasn't necessarily setting up the events, but I would use my cameos to do print and cuts and invitations and like all those things. I didn't have to like be planning for events. I can do all those and do multiple things within a day. So it was business, and it just, you know, one of those things where you're growing, building, and scaling. So I went from doing the physical events to where I just provided things to other creators. So one of the things I do teach my students about is using YouTube as a way to advertise your services and use it as like for commercials, even if you just do slideshows and put some type of sound to it. So Elite Prints and Creations was more so for like a place that I can send potential clients to see my work, what my process was, the quality of the things that I do, the products that I use, so they understood why the price was the price. So I used it for that. But as I grew in teaching others and doing the live video, and people are in, you know, my inbox got inundated with requests and things like that, and then being in a really large Facebook group, it made it to where I found myself teaching more than anything. So even for that part, I slowly scaled back on making things for other people, because this and teaching and helping literally became a business. And I started doing like online classes and things like that. So honestly speaking, was originally Elite Prints and Creations. And once we dropped the product line, I then with someone who's on this live who may have a D on the end of her name said, change it. So I actually wasn't going to, you know, well, she said to create a YouTube. And I'm like, I got too many YouTube. I don't wanna.
Yeah.
So I changed that one over. So that's how that one came about. Long story, I know, but that's how that one came about.
No, that's what we're here, and everybody is here to hear your story.
Yeah.
It's amazing how consistent somebody can be over the years and then show growth.
Yes.
We're going to be living anyway, so we may as well show some sort of growth, whether it's smaller, whether it's small, or whether it's, you know, large in anybody's eyes.
Absolutely.
So if you guys are just jumping on, we have Shakeya the professor on live. She's all the way out of the bottom. She's from the bottom, all the way down in Florida, Miami. And we've had the opportunity to connect with her. Like Dee was explaining, she started following her some years ago. I want to say 5-6 years ago.
It's been some years. It's been some years ago. And you know, as I was following different people, you know, you were the only one that I really like stuck with. as far as following somebody on TikTok, because I mean not TikTok, on
YouTube.
On YouTube, because it's always so many people out there, and the consistency for you, it was just there. I just knew that I could find what I was looking for when it came to Silhouette Studio in you. Because I was trying to learn it, and I learned so much about that program from you.
Doesn't that sound like a commercial? Definitely a tag.
It should, and I should be getting some conversation.
You get some points from that too.
I don't. But and that's how people really have to know that this is truly a labor of love for me, and I really have this. It changed how I did things. Like, I literally made everything I did by hand. My hashtag was DIY by a professional, and I hand cut with either scissors or an X-Acto knife every single thing that I made, and it took a toll on my hands. So when I found Silhouette and being able to do print and cuts, it changed so much for me that I was like, okay, no, people got to know about this, especially if you're, and it really started as just helping those in the event space, because I mean, it's taxing, cutting, and all those different things. And I don't get paid anything. I'm not recognized by those folks. So when I say I'm giving you guys this information about Silhouette, and even with all of its flaws, because it can truly benefit, you can make money off of something that is truly 100% free to be able to use as a design software, and you have access to a lot of design features. So it is a labor of love, and although now we make some money off of it, know that it's never sponsored. It's never about getting $1 from someone to be able to give this information or make you go out and get a cameo.
Yeah, so it's the labor of love. We talk about that when we connect on social media, we go live. This end of this year has been kind of hectic for us, and I'm sure for you as well. We're trying to clean some things up and finish out strong.
Yeah.
So we hadn't been able to connect lately, but when we were going live, we talked about the labor of love, and would you do this for free? You got to find something that you like and enjoy, that you would do for free, but still see how you can monetize it. Whether it's a side hustle, whether it's a something, just a little extra money coming in.
And I think it makes a difference as you enjoy what you do. Because if you enjoy what you do, then it won't be such a headache. Because I like doing what I'm doing.
It'll still be a headache.
I said
it is.
But so
it makes a difference though when you liking what you're doing, because I think for a lot of people, we get connected in what we think is a career. In what we think is a career, we get connected with that because of lack of guidance or lack of mentorship growing up, and we end up doing something that we have to do based off of our lifestyle. And a lot of people are not happy. A lot of people are very unhappy in their current situation. So if you have the ability to create, if you have the ability to develop your skills, and you can do something that you enjoy, position yourself to do it on a regular basis till it just kind of comes natural, till it kind of comes natural.
Absolutely.
Somebody says they have a Cameo 4 still sitting in the box, and I want to learn it. So I will definitely be checking out. Check Shakeya out.
You need to connect with the professor, okay? Because she is the go-to person when it comes to this program.
Now there's a lot of people out there. I've been noticing too. There's a lot of people out there who profess, no pun intended, to be an expert on Silhouette. And I've watched some of the things that they've said, and there are a lot of discrepancies with a lot of things that they're saying. So what I want y'all to consider is when we say stuff like do your research, that means you want to compare and do some type of comparison shopping when you're talking to people, because there's going to be some people out there who may be getting, our camera was crooked. Y'all didn't tell us our camera was crooked, that may be getting monetized through or sponsored through a platform, through a company, and they're giving you some rinky-dink ragged information. And I'm looking at some things. I'm not gonna call any names.
I just know for a fact that with the professor, she practiced what she preached. She will get on here. She will get on YouTube for hours because she is trying to make sure that you understand a process, or doing some type of test. Okay, so listen, if you have not followed Shakeya the professor, you need to. If you're trying to learn that program, she is the go-to person. Okay, and I just have to keep on saying that. This is how I learned from her everything about that program.
So we are companies, okay, guys. We are companies, and I'm reading something that Crystal Skull Bling LLC wrote, and she said vetting your companies is so important.
Mm-hmm.
The place that you're going to get your information is going to usually be how you go forward in your skill set or your craft and how you actually execute. So it's very important to vet that information. So what, I know you want to share your video. You want to do your video now?
I'm giving back his phone.
Go ahead. So y'all pay attention and watch this. This is just a little bit of, we talk about why you need to be able to monetize what you're doing. So
I don't know how to turn this man's phone on up.
Okay. All right. So she is
yes, I'm an Android. I figured out Apple. I got it.
He's a techie, but
I'm an Android person too. Listen. It's even we said hey back then.
Yeah. Tell him he can peek his head. Tell him in 2023 I'm working on him. I'm gonna work on him getting in, peeking his head in every now and again.
Well, you'll see his back. Like he'll do, like if he has to use my heat press. I don't know why it won't go loud, but look, hold on. Wait, I'm trying to make sure it's okay.
No, we can see it.
I said, that's what I said. I can't pay with the likes on my video. She says no.
She's looking like
my videos and like my posts. I can't buy stuff with that.
She said
no. I love that. You got to post that. That's some great.
I got to get it off this iPhone and somehow get it to my Android because I don't have AirDrop.
You don't need an AirDrop. I mean, how long is the video?
I'm messing with Apple users,
man. Yeah, I don't like Apple. I got an iPhone, and I only got an iPhone for business purposes.
He throw videos. He throw that phone.
This phone has been across the wall in the room times, man. It's crazy. So guys, if you're just jumping on, let's do a quick commercial break. If you guys are just jumping on, my name is Eric,
and I'm D, y'all,
and we have Shakeya the professor on. She is gracing us with her presence. She's our third video. She was supposed to be our first interview, but we didn't get it together. We being me because my wife doesn't really want to do this at all. Yes, I'm putting her out there. We have her on here now. If you are not following her, you need to follow her, and don't just follow. Listen, learn, become educated, share. If it makes sense, share it and apply. That's the only way that we're going to improve in what we do. So we're talking about some things, and I wanted to ask you, what is it about what you do that makes you want to get up and do it tomorrow and the next day? Because I put something out real quick. I get so frustrated sometimes that I quit every day. So every yesterday I quit. I want y'all to know that every yesterday I quit. So what is it about what you do that makes you want to get up the next morning and do it again?
I truly love it.
Hold on for a second. You're coming in gargled now. I don't know if you adjusted something or.
Wait, hold on. Let me check to make sure that my microphone didn't switch. Yeah,
okay.
It did.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Wait, why is my okay? There it is. There we go.
Cool beans.
Okay,
you good?
All right. Yeah. Oh, why you switch like that? You must have been friends with that Apple person. Just went to Logitech. Oh, got a little. Try to defend your little Apple friend or something. Golly. So to be honest, like I do it because I love it. When I'm not teaching, I damn near lose my mind. I don't know what I'm gonna do for 2 weeks. It's a lot of back of the house stuff. I mean, so to give me a break, it really will give me a break to take care of some back of the house stuff, to be prepared, and to be even better in 2023. But I mean, I just love to teach. I when I say I love this, even through all of the headaches and the frustrations and reading some of these comments and these questions and these posts, the different personalities, I love it. If I could literally be like a teacher where I could have students that are there, very attentive every single day, and be able to teach this, I would. Like, I mean, there is no other way to put it. I absolutely love it.
Well, you just know that ain't gonna happen, so you can get that out of your head. Like you, I am a realist, and we know that people are personalities. I like to say, I'm learning to say personalities more, because we're dealing with personalities. Personalities will do whatever it is that they feel that's going to benefit them the most, and that's not a hit on anybody, but that's just how it is. Personalities will test you. They will test what you're doing. And if you are in a position, if you have the gift of being a teacher, it's going to take some patience. Because you have to understand that people learn differently. Some people are hands-on. I saw a couple of your videos on YouTube, because we watch you just about every day, whether I get it live or I get a replay, because I got to get some recharging. I don't know about y'all or how y'all recharge, but I got to get some recharging. So I use you to do that. But I saw one of your videos that spoke about how somebody was asking you something and you had explained it. And I don't know if they were not computer savvy, if they weren't savvy as far as the software that you were explaining, but you literally had to stop doing what you were doing and break it down to them. And I don't know if because I didn't watch it all, but I don't know if she actually changed her screen or asked them to, because you had to actually coach them into, and I say coach, you had to walk them into telling them telling you what was wrong with it. That takes patience.
And that goes into the question that I was going to ask is, what is your biggest challenge when it comes to your teaching and you being, in professor mode? What is your biggest challenge, with that?
One of the words Eric said was patience. I will say that I am one who had a short fuse, which is why a lot of people wonder, how in the heck did I make it in the military? Because I'll be quick to pop off at the mouth. And I will say that being the professor has also helped me, even with my children, and understanding, like, people, it's a phrase that people say, all children are different. You have to raise them differently. You have to approach them differently, like, how you talk to them. And we hear that, and, people, that's a part of, like, parenting advice and stuff. But it wasn't until, like, I'm teaching adults and realize that, man, people really do have different learning styles, how they process stuff, how you have to interact with them, or how you have to break it down for them. So being the professor has also, like, in patience has helped me, it's helping me work on patience, even with my kids and how I approach them. So this is beneficial in so many ways. But one of the challenges is just the way people, like, they learn differently. And I'm not able to do a class like, okay, how can I say it? Let's just say if it was something for tracing, right? Like to trace something. There are some who they need to know all the way down to, let me put my camera on my hands. You need to see where I'm, like, what my hands are doing on my mouse. Like, and you have to explain exactly where you're clicking at. Like, they need to see step by step. They want to know, okay, well, why are you doing this? And they want to know, like they need all of that. Then there are some, like, okay, maybe I have to see the mouse, but they still want to know a little bit of the why, and they want, like, full on step by step, even if it takes 10 minutes. Then they're the ones where, okay, I know what I'm doing, whatever. I just don't, I have a general idea. I'm the type of person, even if it's no sound, I can learn just from you kind of navigating through it. Well, that would be a lot to do 3 different classes or 3 different videos for each of those individuals, right? So when I'm doing certain ones, I try to find a middle ground, and I try not to geek out. Although, as I've been told, I have I have detail syndrome. So that is one of my biggest challenges, is trying to find a middle ground to where it's enough information for those who need a lot of information and step by step, and not going too overboard for those who are like, okay, I just need to see, you know, the process and I'm good. But that right now is the biggest challenge. I've tried to make some adjustments to where I'll, like, especially in my classes, I try to just do the click through part and like just show it. Yeah. And then I'll go into the, okay, this, like, you know, if it's a class where we're doing a I do, you do, we do type this situation, I'll go through it. That way it's there, it's all the way through. There's no breaks, there's no questions. Yeah. And then I'll go through where I'll break it down in case you have to like fall off or get off, whatever, you don't want to watch the rest of it. So I've been learning. It's just different teaching styles. Breaking things down in different analogies, because someone may get it if I reference it to food. Somebody else might get it if I reference it something to sports, you know, so even especially on the business side as well.
Right. And then and again, you don't know what level people are at, you know, so
they don't know what level they're at.
Eric, I was just about to say that. No, they don't
have people that come in and they want to go from 0 to 10.
No, they want to start at the end.
They never started at 0.
They want to start at the end. Everybody want to come in and start at the end. I know these. I'm starting at the end, so I can get to the cake.
So I know that could be a challenge when people don't know where they are. So,
being able to teach different personalities and being able to reach. Here's the thing: we can teach all personalities, but we can't necessarily reach all personalities. And we have to understand as teachers that we're not going to be able to. The people that you can reach, I may not be able to reach, and vice versa. And it's not about. I think a lot of people, because personalities are not looking at the picture, they're looking at the frame. They're more concerned about the messenger instead of the message, which makes it difficult for people to receive. In the field of network marketing, when we first got started, I learned quickly that you're dealing with a lot of personalities and the details that people want. Some people want all the information before they get started, not understanding that it didn't take that for you to get started in anything else. And if it did, then you're never going to get started. I dropped a book in the comments, y'all. If y'all are reading the comments, I dropped a book. I want y'all to consider getting this book. If you are connected with the Audibles, I'm heavy on Audibles, but if you just like to read, check this book out. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. It talks about something I ain't gonna like what I'm about to say.
Honestly, Eric.
To me, it's how to. Okay, so Crystal Skull Bling says it's a great book. To me, it speaks to how to manipulate a mindset to make people feel good about themselves. It talks about the positivity instead of the negativity. It gives more compliments than correction, if that makes sense. And it's just a certain way that you come off when you're talking to people. So I've read that book, obviously not enough, but I had to go back and listen to it again, because for the majority of the time, personalities only want to be praised. For the most part, be praised. You want to know that we're going in the right direction. And if we're not going in the right direction, unfortunately, there are a lot of personalities who feel like, well, if you don't say it a certain type of way, then I'm just not going to receive it. It's more of a book on how to make people comfortable. Yeah, you say tomato, I say tomato, but I got you, Crystal. I agree with you. I before I was even in marketing, I was in the military, and they gave us leadership books to read. And that was one of the books, but I never read it because I don't believe in manipulation. But the name of the book is How to Win Friends and Influence People, and it's very helpful. So maybe the word manipulation isn't the greatest word. I'm applying it right now. Maybe it's not the greatest word. However, it will help you when you're dealing with personalities, especially if you are dealing with the public and learning how to deal, because it is a challenge.
Yeah.
It is. It's a challenge. Instead of being hard, it's a challenge. See, your words mean a lot.
I'm going to now, and some will probably disagree, and there's someone who's going to call my phone after my class and probably get on me about what I'm about to say. But like, and hopefully you don't take it in the wrong way, right? So LMAC Creations, yes, you are way too detailed, and I'm going to say I'm way too detailed for you. That is one of the things is. When people go and tell me that, or they how they say it as if it is something that I am doing wrong. But I mean, no, she said, but I get that people need it. Now, if that is the core audience, I may not be everybody's cup of tea. If you don't need the details, I may not be the person to follow, but I'm going to give you probably the most accurate information because there needs to be detail. You need to pay attention to the details to be better at what you do. So that's also a challenge, right? When people kind of go and it's opening yourself up, when you're putting yourself on social media, or I mean, just opening yourself up to people's opinions in general, is getting comments like that. Yes, you're way too detailed. And a part of that should have been at the end of it, putting that on yourself. You're too detailed. Not that I am too detailed, because how I do it is perfect for the person who can receive it that way.
Right.
Can I
Absolutely.
Can I piggyback on that just a minute? So we're not going to beat you up, El. This is not a beat up session. Okay. And you're absolutely right. What we have to do on the receiving end, because we should all be in a learning state. We should all be constantly learning. So just as the person who is relaying the information, the teacher, the person that's on the platform, should know that there's different personalities out there. The people who are in the audience should also be considerate of other people and their learning challenges or the way that they learn. As a person who's taken many classes, and for somebody who feels like, man, I pick it up really quickly. Now I got to sit through this whole class because one person keep on raising their hand. I had to learn to just block it out. And something I learned in the military, if it applies to you, inhale. If it doesn't, exhale. And our focus as we get into these classes, as we get on these platforms, as we actually connect with people, because we have to understand the importance of getting in sync with people. See, when we leave the house, whether it's physically or whether it's digitally, when we leave the house, we're in the world. Now, how to win friends and influence people is going to assist in helping you to understand that when you go to a class, it's not just about what you can get out of it.
It's about
because you may very well connect with that person who learns differently from you, and you guys may be able to do something together on a project. Details are very important because if you don't understand the details, just like someone just posted, you will not understand the why. If you don't understand the why, you most definitely won't understand the how. The details will stop you from going down the road, the wrong road, hitting the dead end, hitting roadblocks. The details are things that are needed. And when we connect with personalities that are educating us, and they don't share the details, I get concerned. Because some of us are in the positions that we're in right now, and I haven't said it yet, but I'm going to say it now. I'm going to say the B word. Some of us are in the position right now in our businesses because somebody didn't share the details. They were not clear. They threw a rock and they hit their hands. They told you things like it was simple, it was easy. Those are things that we wanted to hear. It made us feel better about ourselves, our situations, and they didn't go into the details.
We see it all the time. People
and because they didn't, and they don't, and we don't hear it, and we won't, then what happens is we go about our happy day, and then when we hit that roadblock, when we hit that dead end, when we don't know where we're going to go and what we're going to do, what ends up happening is, there goes the Q word. We quit. And a lot of these things could have been avoided. Could have been avoided if we had only known the details.
And then some people don't want to know the details and they want to do it the easy way. Then they still come back because then there's another issue. Especially when you focus on how I teach, I try to teach you to be self-sufficient, right? To where you're not going to always be reliant on somebody else giving you the answers. Like you don't even know how to take the first step to figure it out, what keywords to even search. And that is how I have my teaching style has grown to where it's not just showing you where to click, or even when it comes to business, when I'm teaching my business classes about pricing and things like that, understanding where you're from, and what area you live in, understanding your market and understanding your process. It's not, a lot of people are looking for easy answers when it comes to pricing. And I know some people get frustrated. They'll ask me a question and I'm going to ask you about 1,000 questions back because I don't know where you're ordering where you're getting your items from.
Right.
What level are you at in this whole thing? Are you an expert to where you should be getting expert rates, or are you a beginner? Even on any job, there is a starting salary. There's a starting wage. There's minimum wage. There is they're paying you for your training, but it still isn't the same amount once you get there. Like we can't pay you the top dollar for this position and you're still learning how to do it. So even when I'm teaching people about, stuff about money and things like that, it's like you have to pay attention to the details of what you are doing, and you try and open their eyes that I just want to know how much to charge for it. Well, baby, you can't charge what I charge, okay? You can't charge what the next person charge. If someone goes and they're saying that in their area they can only get this, it drives me crazy when people say, well, you're not pricing right or you're losing money. You don't know if that person's losing money. You don't know if that person stealing everything, and it's a straight 100% profit because baby, I ain't paid for none of it. So
exactly.
My bad, Eric. My bad.
Hey man.
Exactly.
So I don't know what y'all doing down there in Miami, man. But so hold on for a second, guys. So I want to read some of the comments. As we're talking about, education and teaching styles. One person says, or continue to listen because you may be surprised at what you learn. Everyone learns. Everyone has different ways to learn. They personally learn on hands-on. Paula D says, details describe the why, and that's what helps others understand. Shakeya is an excellent communicator. That's still your opinion, though. I'm not arguing it. I believe she is as well. I
Absolutely.
do. Let me see. I swear y'all listen to my personal conversation. These lies always popping. Someone says they need details and they need to know why they're doing something. Exactly. They need to spin and don't know what to do because they don't want to share more details. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely the details have been rocking with Shakeya for years. I've been rocking with Shakeya for years. Yep. So maybe it's why it seems more detailed than normal. And that can happen as well. Yeah. That can happen as well. So I want y'all to just think about this. The way somebody shares their information will determine the reason why you're listening. I hope that kind of resonates. And that's going to be the difference between somebody coming up to our counter or being on the other side of the counter. Someone being a customer versus someone being a business owner.
Yeah.
To understand, everybody has their lane at that specific or that given time. And there's a reason why we look for people to explain things to us, because here's the deal. I want you to ask more questions. We live in a society that wants us to just follow orders and instructions, and they want you to listen. They want us to just march right to the slaughter. They want us to just put our heads in the hole. And have y'all ever seen cows get slaughtered? I'm real talk. They walk up to this hole. They stick their head in the hole. They say, and they get their head chopped off. And they just keep on doing that. We don't want to be that. Right. We don't want to be the individual or the personality that just walks off the cliff because we're following everybody in line. We're stepping up, dropping. Stepping up, dropping. Ask questions. And if the person that you're listening to is not sharing or not wanting to share, that's going to be a red flag.
Read Shiny D's. That's a good one.
Okay, Shawnee D was in the military too. See all these military people coming up this.
Up here?
Yeah, we can show it. Go ahead. There you go. My wife's so smart. Click on the plus. There you go. Okay. People always focus on what they think they know instead of what they can possibly learn, even if it's only one or two new things. Sometimes details are necessary. Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Yeah.
Leave it for a minute.
Yeah. You got it, Shawnee D.
Y'all something else, man. You know what? y'all know what I think versus what I know is the reason why we're in our current situation. That could be a good thing, that could be a bad thing. Learning what we don't know to get to the next level. We're too busy. Some of us are too busy holding on to what we know, which is why our situation is not shifting, improving, changing, pivoting, however you want to. We have to understand that if we want to grow just a little bit, as a kid progresses, their shoes get small because their feet are growing.
Yeah.
The clothes begin not to fit because the bones are maturing. As we begin to progress in life, even though our body may not change physically like that, our personality should adjust. We should always, and I don't want to make it to where, I make somebody feel bad if they don't want to learn something new.
Yeah.
But if you're not looking to learn something new and different, you have to understand that as a rose buds, the leaves are going to eventually fall off so another rose can grow. It ain't the rose, y'all. The rose ain't nothing but the fruit. It's the rose bush that to be preserved, not the rose. So the rose is pretty much the fruit. And you got to ask yourself, what type of fruit are you actually producing? And a lot of people are unfortunately are learning from somebody who's not producing any edible fruit. They're not producing a gumball. Y'all know what a gumball is? I'm from the country. That little sticky, pricky thing. You can't eat that. You can't eat that. It's still a fruit though.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are producing fruit that we can't eat.
Yeah.
And we're following those people, and then we end up producing fruit that somebody else can't eat.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I ain't the expert.
So, Professor, what? So, as far as 2022, what has
leave my friend alone? She know what she was trying to ask. You got your question, she got hers. Okay.
What has been your biggest challenge in business in 2022? Business overall, 2022.
Oh, let's see.
Maybe a lesson learned, or
I mean, I'm trying to. So, part of it is the move that we made. Wanting to be able to, No, I will say one of the biggest things for me is that factor that I said at the beginning, me being a mom and a wife.
Yeah.
I do think that if I was able to travel more and go to other places and go to more of like these conventions and things like that pop up, because I mean, people have like, even with like the embroidery one, she was like, Shakeya, I'm telling you, people live here. You need to kind of get to these locations as well, like these different conventions, whether it's for embroidery and things like that. I think for the business that I have, that has been a big challenge for me, because I have this fear of leaving my children, especially since it can get very, very serious, but because I have a son with epilepsy, I'm always afraid that it's going to be a situation where I'm away and something will happen with him. So being open to traveling and to go to different things is one of my biggest challenges and biggest fears that I'm trying to get over. It's so many people that ask me, hey, can you, set up something in our city? Because they want to, like someone said, like they want the hands-on, like they want to, even though, my online can be somewhat hands-on, I try to make it that way. You're still either at work or you're at home and you have all these distractions. But if I were to come somewhere and you're literally leaving your house and leaving distraction, you have no choice but to focus. I know it's what a lot of people want, but the mom in me and the mommy guilt, because MJ's 11 and he wants to travel. Like, he's never been on a plane. That's one of the things that he wants to do. So it's like, because he's at a point now where he can voice those concerns, I'm like, the mommy guilt in me is like, well, how am I going to hop on the plane? I'm going to jet set from here to there to teach. And my kid is like, well, I want to go too. And my son has never missed a day of school. So it's like not being able to give him that experience.
Yeah.
So the balancing family and life has been the biggest challenge, you know.
Yeah.
Last year, Christmas was a real eye opener for me because I always take a break when they're out of school for winter break. So whenever that is, you know, whatever their last day of school is, it's my last day of pretty much doing like work and stuff. Yeah. And when I did I think I did, I'm not sure if he said that when I did the New Year's video or what it was, but he said to me, and it hurt. And afterwards I did go and I had a little cry about it. But he was like, oh, well, that was fun while it lasted, meaning I was going back to doing videos. Yeah. That was a hurtful thing, like just to me, right? You know, for him to say that, it's like he enjoyed the time of having mommy and I don't have to stop to jump on the video. I'm not telling them you can't play, you got to be quiet because mommy's on the video, or me, you know, turning off my camera, you know, muting my mic and saying, God dang it, don't y'all see me here on the class? They didn't have to deal with it for 2 weeks. And so he's like, well, that was fun while it lasted. And that was such a gut punch. Being a present mother, being a present wife, and trying to deal with business is a challenge for me. Yeah.
I mean, work-life balance is hard. It is hard. So I definitely understand, you know, where you're coming from with that. And as far as 2023, what do you have for us? Like, what can we expect from the professor?
So although I love teaching, I part of this is feeling like, you know, it does get kind of stale. I don't necessarily mind it because I'm always like, I want to get new people. You know, I'm very grateful for those who have been following me for a long time, but they've heard a lot of this stuff because, truth be told, this doesn't really, like, a lot of the core information and the foundation of it doesn't change. So you've probably heard me say the same things over and over and over again. And because I have to repeat it over and over and over again, like she said, it just seems more detailed than before because I'm finding that, well, shoot, I have to be a little bit more like detailed. And I think when I first started, you know, it wasn't necessarily like a business. It was me, you know, using YouTube to share the business that I was in. So it gave me more content, right? Because I was doing shirts or doing chip bags and things like that. And I didn't want to lose that love and that passion. I felt like I was, because I'm like, it's the same thing over and over and over again. And I wasn't doing it. So one of our challenges was just space-wise, you know, having a separate space to really be able to create. I was in a really, really small room. And then it was kind of going back to the issues we had with event stuff before, stuff just being everywhere. So now in this new year, I want to be able to go back to doing some level of custom type deals, or really what my original dream was being a print shop. So what's going to be coming in 2023 for us may not be as visible for everyone else, but it's going to be growth for HS Inc. 365 LLC as a company, because the HS Inc. prints and HS Inc. designs and HS Inc. digital will grow. And you guys will probably see the digital part. And unless you need something from us, like an eco-solvent print for a yard sign, or a casket head panel, or when we get into the digital printing, or DTG, those are going to be things to where it's not necessarily the teaching part. It's me going back into providing services and providing products that's going to be different for us as a company in 2023. Not so much, I mean, the teaching side as well, but I am going to scale back on that, because I will hold off on doing things that I know needs to be done, because I'm like, okay, well, I have to make sure that I can actually teach it. So I've been so focused on teaching that I've lost sight of why I originally started this, and that was to have a print shop. So I want to have the print shop, and we're, making strides to become a distributor of different things, and getting my mind focused for for things like that, moving out of our house where it's the comfort of that, and our mortgage has to be paid regardless, even if it's a smaller space, but moving into a smaller space and training ourselves to get up and go to that location, understanding like you have separate bills outside of just our house. So paying for electricity here, paying for internet here, paying for water here, paying a rent. So we are even in this move, making strides for the plans ahead. Like this is a step for the plans that we want to do.
And growing your business, for a lot of people that don't understand, growing your business will mean taking on more financial responsibility. Everybody's not ready for that. I got a question for you. Our sales have been down versus last December till now. Now, this is our first complete year in business, and our sales are up compared to the months. If we go through the months, our sales actually are up probably about, I would say 30%. But just in the month of December, our sales are down. What would you say to someone who sales are down? What would you have them focus on? Or, I think that's a question that a lot of people, face. What do you do when sales are down? What should I do?
If you haven't planned for those moments where you haven't listened to the details about planning for those things beforehand, it can be stressful, right? So planning you have to plan for the slow months and run business the correct way to where you have some of that overflow in the previous months, and you didn't go through and go, I'm gonna say this in a way to where it doesn't, I don't want to offend anyone, but this is like the most ridiculous way that I can say it. Like, you didn't take all of your profits and your earnings and go buy bundles and Birkin bags and shoes and all these other things. Like, you kind of plan, like you have to plan for those slower times. December for a lot of businesses like ours can be slow because people are focused on buying gifts, and what we provide ain't the gifts that folk want, right? Unless you have something to where like it's for a business and they are saying, hey, don't go buy me a new kitchen appliance. Don't go buy me, some shoes or AirPods or a phone. Buy something for my business. Until our customers, like just for us in general, like because we sell like the supplies and stuff for us, they have to say, hey, these are things that I want for Christmas, stuff for my business. Now, for those who do custom items, it is, I really feel like sometimes those who focus on a lot of the just holiday type stuff and they're making everything holidays, I really feel like they're doing themselves a disservice because they're not promoting what their business is at its core. Bigger companies don't go and make something, like they completely change it up just because it's Christmas. Colgate sells things but they'll put it in a gift pack. It's still the same stuff that they sell before. It's the toothpaste, it's the cup, but they're putting it all in packaging. So like they're and they'll put like something where the outside of it might be Christmassy or holiday-ish versus it just being like the regular one. I think just learning from what big businesses do, packaging things up where it's the same, you're presenting it, what you normally sell, you're presenting that as a good idea for a gift. But I think all handmade and businesses like this, they struggle because people are looking for those bigger ticket items, those licensed and trademark things for Christmas gifts, to where they don't have a lot of disposable income and disposable funds during this time to spend on things like this. And then it ends up picking up, after they take care of all of their Christmas stuff, it picks up in January, and then those refund checks start to roll in. So prepare for December and all of your other months to where you can even enjoy December and you're not stressing, and be confident that it's going to pick back up in January.
Great. I got another question. That's probably going to be our last question.
Okay.
What I hear this a lot, and I'm sure the viewers have heard this as well. What is your take on gatekeeping versus trade secret protection? Did I say that correctly? Trade secrets, keeping something for your business, specifically for your business, versus gatekeeping. Do you think there's a difference, and what is it?
I really despise that term gatekeeping, because a lot of the times people will put that on someone where their business is not to teach. You know, people use social media and reels and TikToks and all these different things because we're being trained now that, hey, that's how you're going to get eyes on your business. But when you do that, people feel like they're entitled to know every single part of your business and how you do it. If your business is to sell t-shirts or tumblers or cupcakes or cakes and things like that, and you want to go on and you just want to show your customers your process, like, hey, I take care in how I make this for you. These are the ingredients that I use. I'm very detailed in it. And just because, you know, you go and you show that, it's not that you're trying to teach others who do it. So I feel like when they see someone that appears to be good at what they do and they don't want to share how they've done it, you know, this whole, why are you gatekeeping? Why are you keeping this? Oh, we all have to learn. And yes, and I had to learn. And the same way that I learned, you can learn. Even if you pay attention to the details, and even in that 30-second video, in the item that I'm using, go do some keyword searches to go find that spatula. Go do some research to go find that printer. By someone being on social media and they're doing some sort of video, that gatekeeping goes out the window. I don't have to give you every single detail and the full playbook. I gave you a visual. It is on you to take that visual, dissect it, look at the details in it, and figure out what you can learn from that. I don't understand that word gatekeeping because people are putting it on full view. It's in a video. So I really despise that. And I don't want anyone to ever feel like they have to give someone a step-by-step and a play-by-play. The reason why, if you love what you do, which I did love I loved what I did before, but by opening yourself up to share all of the trade secrets and things like that, you end up like me, where it's not a resentment, but I miss doing those things. And because I was sharing, certain things, I end up teaching more than I did creating, which is where I started and where I wanted to grow at. So if you're not ready to become the professor, you're not ready to become a teacher and a coach, you're not ready to deal with people dumping all of their issues on you, keep those things to yourself and just continue to share what you want to share, whatever information you want to kind of put out. Don't let that term get you down, and don't feel like you have to share everything. What works for you is what works for you. Even if you learn from 1,000 different YouTube videos and you took a little bit from each one, it's still your process and how you do it. Don't be ashamed, or don't be afraid to keep it for yourself.
Don't be manipulated into doing something that you want to do. I like your explanation as well. Crystal saying a business doesn't owe any information to anyone. She says she teaches. Some people don't want to, and that's valid. They don't have to. I think in the grand scheme of things, there are a lot of personalities out there who, for some reason, expect people to reach back. There's a difference between reaching back and actually using your skill set to create and monetize your business. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing about what we talk about in business. A gatekeeper, by definition, is somebody who is keeping you from information. Mm-hmm. There's nobody on social media keeping you from information.
Exactly.
They may do some little fishing. They may not tell you everything, but they're definitely not keeping you from information. I haven't seen anybody. Now, they may not go into the details of it. They may say, hey, now after I've shown you or shared with you this much, you now have to do your research. Yes, that's right. Google is free. I have a shirt to prove it.
Google is free, but Google is also filled with a lot of misinformation. A lot of people like to use Wikipedia, like especially for research papers, but that's all people driven, which is why now Wikipedia has this whole thing. If you guys don't know, if you use it in any way, shape, or form, go ahead, click the link, give them folk a little donation if you want to keep seeing the information on there. That's what some of y'all get y'all like NFL, like, you know, logos and stuff from too. But, you know, it's just information. Everything on the internet is someone's opinion, and there's a lot of misinformation on there as well. Google is free, but if you don't know how to properly search it, if you don't know what you are looking for, it might it might seem very crazy to pay for something where you're not like you're paying for the information on what to search. Because if you don't know what to search, you're not gonna find the information that you need. And someone may have a class you're going to pay for, and they'll say, "Oh, I didn't learn anything." No, you learn the keywords that you need to search to get the results that you want. And there are people that charge for stuff like that. What was it? Google, YouTube. YouTube got a lot of misinformation.
A lot
of information.
All search engines.
Yeah.
Every search engine. TikTok has a lot of questionable information. YouTube has so you have to understand that it's about responsibility, accepting responsibility. For many, we were talking about that driving over this morning. For many adults, we are not prepared to make a decision. We are looking for somebody else to sit in front of and get some type of word and say, hey, this is what you should do. And then if it doesn't work out, we can say, well, they told me to do it.
Yeah.
It's about adulting. It's about responsibility. It's about acceptance, and it's about not being afraid to take a learn. You know, you're taking a loss, but you're taking a learn. So I like that. I appreciate that, because that's one of the things that I hear a lot. That term gatekeeping, and I don't think people are using it correctly, in my opinion. And I also think that people, especially in our culture, think that, you know, we owe someone else a hand out. I'm out here handing up. I'm reaching to help you get up. But at the end of the day, one of the ways that we earn our money to keep the lights on, to do this broadcast, or to be able to service certain things, is that we actually are doing classes. We're sharing information that we've done the research on and the things we've experienced. It is our blueprint. It was our blueprint. Now, we're not going to sell our blueprint to you, because you can't do what we did. You ain't. I know. You know, you're not. And there's going to be some things that I'm not going to do that you did. However, we have to understand what a business is. We have to understand what the cost is, because it is going to be a cost, whether it's time, whether it's financial resources, or whether it's both. Reading these comments, man, y'all are really popping in right now. You know, y'all are really popping in. I
know a lot of people don't consider a business, and they think of it as just educational institutions. Is like it's college. Like those are businesses, and we are no different, especially those who provide information. You know, some people think that their information is Ivy League, or they may want to put a higher price tag on it, because they're like, hey, even if just a few people get it, I made my money, I'm making a living, I'm good. And then there are going to be others where, like me, like I don't mind being the Walmart information as far as like pricing, so where it is top tier, but I know who my audience is. But it's a business. The same way that you want someone to pay for what is hopefully your expertise in making shirts, your expertise in making custom trays, in making Santa sacks, in making ornaments. You want someone to pay for the fact that you have the know-how and you have the knowledge. I purchased these items and I want you to pay for them. Someone who's in teaching about this is saying, hey, I want you to pay for it, because guess what? What you want to do, schools of higher education, they're not trying to teach on this level. Like they're trying to teach you about other things. They still haven't caught on to teach these things. So you can't go to school to, and get get student loans that you want forgived and all that stuff. You can't do that and go to an institution of higher learning to get the information that you need. It is those who have been in the trenches, those who have been through, who's had the blood, sweat, and tears in it that you're going to learn from. But the same way that you would pay these higher institutions, like these educational institutions, you're going to have to pay someone who is where you want to be. It's so many people that go to these schools and they pay for a degree that they never, ever use. You have people that are giving you information that you can actually use now and information that you want to use.
I would love to have a conversation separately about this. I've mentioned it several times and I'm going to keep on talking about it. Education is a institution of conditioning that was brought about back in the late 1800s. What people don't understand is that education, the higher education system and the high school, they will never, and I'm going to say this, I'm going to say this with all the confidence that I have. They ain't going to never teach at this level because they don't want you to be an owner. They want you to be a worker and not a thinker. That's what it's designed to do. And it's not failing. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do. So as we go to these institutions and thinking that, man, I'm going to school for business and then I'm going to learn how to do all that. No, they're going to teach you how to work for one. And unless you connect with somebody who's actually experienced these things, I'm talking about the people who are showing some success and also the people who did not do as well. You can learn from both, but you got to understand we have to get out of the mindset that everything is going to be in a traditional education setting. Right. It's not, it don't happen like that. If you haven't learned that yet, that it's not going to be in a traditional educational setting, then where you at? Where are you mentally? Because we're thinking that we're going to get these answers just like this. Stop looking at the frame, start looking at the picture, and start understanding. People are sharing this information who don't have to, whether they're charging you for it or whether they're giving it freely. It still takes time. If you were to go and like and subscribe and share the platforms that are doing these things, they can get monetized and then they can do it for a lesser cost. Not wanting to do that. The same as we have our classes in store, we can actually lower our prices for our classes if we have more people involved. There are classes that we created. This wholesale information that we're sharing. I don't understand that. We don't want to get to the information because that's a whole nother conversation. But if you stop talking about give me, I got off the rail. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, I get. Trust me, I get it. They may not, but I get it.
If we just stop for a minute, looking for the low, looking for the hookup, looking for the free, and understanding that if you attend, pay attention, listen, and learn how to apply, then you now have another opportunity to create another stream of income if you choose to do so. In some form of fashion, maybe not teaching, but just in the application and the creation. But that's a mindset shift.
In my current class, I'm doing that. Like I've learned in like my other classes, like I would go a lot, like when I did my 30-day training, I provided certain like worksheets and things like that. Right. In this current one that I'm doing, I'm not really providing a lot of, I'm not really providing any of them because if I just give that to you, you're still not going to know how to search it. So when I'm going through certain things, I'm showing them, this is how you search for this image that you want, or how to look at the number, like the resolution numbers, how to go and do it for yourself. I can give you a worksheet and you're going to be able to work on it for just this. But the challenge in being a designer is how do you go out and you find those elements yourself? So this was something that I kind of always have like my little pilot things. And this was a test, one of those like tester type classes where I'm not providing a lot of, I'm not providing a worksheet and something you can work from it. I'm teaching you design. I'm trying to teach you to be self-sufficient in it and how to go out. And if I'm showing you this now, how do you go and you actually properly apply that knowledge? Little play on somebody's closing statement,
gonna hear it again. You're gonna hear it. Give us. We're a little bit over time, y'all. We're usually in this within the hour, but I want you to what you want?
Well, let the people know how they can find you, how they can find your products.
Type
it in the chat. Just let the people know. Give the people some words.
Whether they're following you or
not, give them some words. Let them know, how they can find you and all, things like that.
So one of the best places like to be able to find like all my YouTube channels, if you go to our website, shop.hsinc365.com, or you can just simply do hsinc365.com. There is a thing there that says helpful links, and it takes you to our link tree, and that will give you like access to like all of our YouTube channels and things like that. But it is Silhouholics Anonymous. If you're looking for anything silhouette related, design related, because I pretty much use Silhouette Studio. That's going to be on Facebook and YouTube. I'm 41. Instagram is not really, I have a hard time like really keeping up with Instagram, other than like now I've made it to where my posts automatically just post there, because I'm just not going to give it no energy. That's just me. I'm a YouTube and a Facebook gal, but you can find there is a Silhouholics Anonymous one there. And then of course, Honestly Speaking is SPINKING on Facebook, as far as my Facebook group, my YouTube channel. The Facebook page is more so just about the products. You're not going to find like too many like videos there, but my Facebook group, Honestly Speaking, the best it's Honestly Speaking 365 Submation Group, the best submation group on Facebook. Yes, I literally made it that name. But if you just search Honestly Speaking, it'll come up. And then TikTok is Shakeya the Professor. You can if you have questions related to Honestly Speaking products, or even just sometimes I will answer them. It's slow getting back to them, but the professor at hsinc365.com is also where you can reach me, via email. And if you are in the South Florida area, definitely hit me up. If you want to travel here, we are going to be doing some live hands-on in-person trainings, just to see how the business works with running a print shop, and we have all that stuff set up. So definitely just, keep in contact. We have an email list that you can join on our website, and we have amazing products on our website as well. So definitely check that out.
Awesome. So I just want to personally say thank you so much for being you, being the professor, for just honestly speaking. I love you, girl. And listen, we just want to say thank you from the Blank Spot, and we appreciate all that you do. We appreciate just the inspiration that you have given us as far as, just what we're doing right now. And we just want to thank you, girl. We just want to thank you. Thank you for being here this morning. We appreciate it.
I thank you as well. And I'm not sure if you got, we kind of somewhat talked about it, but we didn't really bring it up. I want to thank you guys, because in this industry, you find so many people when you do the exact same thing, even in all of the, saying like, it's like some type of joint effort or collaboration and all these different things. There's still like true support, right? Mm-hmm. We are companies where you guys sell blanks. You have something extra. We don't have the space and the capacity to kind of do that. I don't even know if I want to do it, but selling paper and the fact that you guys will still even mention, you can easily go and say, okay, I learned from her silhouette, certain things for business. So when I mention her, I'm only going to mention the educational part of it. Go over there and learn go learn about silhouette, go learn these things. But you guys have also even said, hey, she has ink and paper. Yes, we sell the same exact thing, but that's the product. That's the main product that we have, other than our amazing heat tape. Are you guys enjoying your heat tape and having the wider ones?
Absolutely.
And some big tape.
I just want to say that if it was not for introducing your products, your paper, and your ink, there would not be the Blank Spot paper or ink. Okay, because I got your paper and I said, hey, this is something that I want. I want it to be just like this. I didn't go to Shakeya and say, hey, can I get your vendor? No, I went and I did my research.
You didn't do that?
Okay, no. It was not for you.
Kill that gatekeeper.
No, it was for you and you introducing that. That's not something that we probably would ever done. So, thank you.
I thank you guys. Because I've had some relationships that have built through connections via social media that have been severed, and it's like wanting to just people just to support and celebrating someone's successes, their wins, their growth. And I just thank you guys for always just doing that and welcoming me into your fold. You guys were bigger on TikTok, and I'm like, okay, it's just little old me, and y'all allowed me to come on your TikTok without ever feeling like, oh, well, she's, some people go and think that because I'm always like educated, I'm always doing things, that it's an ulterior motive. Like, oh, she's just trying to get people to her platform. She's wants to pull them away. And like, you guys have never, treated me in that manner. And I thank you, because that is something that is tough, and is as tough of exterior that I seem like I have. I've had to shed some tears over several relationships or people feeling, that way. Feeling used and abused by some folk. So I just want to thank you guys for always just making me feel very, 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 very welcome and never judged and things like that. So I thank you guys as well.
Man, you done met some real ones over here.
Always.
Over here. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Listen, it's enough fish in the sea for everybody. Y'all. Now
it's enough.
I ain't gonna ever get to the level of the education that you have. I'm never going to catch up, because once again, I don't desire to, but even if I tried, I don't think I would, because see, your patience level is a lot different than mine. Another thing, on the other side of it, you have so much experience. We have to learn how to leverage each other in a positive sense. It's not about who's making the most. It's not about who's the most popular. It's not about any of that. It's about how can we come together collectively and reach an audience that needs to be reached.
It's about that true collaboration.
Yeah.
True collaboration, I think, is something that we've developed.
And I'm looking to connect with you on a different level as well anyway. So we're going to talk about that later. Go ahead. Do it.
I want to, my kid wants to, I could easily do, some type of like convention and things like that here, but y'all got a whole shop there that we could do. So I need to figure out a way when there's an open time. I'm pretty sure there's some things in South Cackalack that, my son would like and be able to come up there and, have the first blank spot, I'm gonna call it a convention or seminar and things like that, and craft or sublimation fair, like something. I just see that, and I can't wait to come up there and connect with you guys, and we actually do like some live training in your facility.
Listen, absolutely. We want to come to Miami too. We like Miami.
I don't have a spot. When we talk about this, the title is Keeping the Bag. So see, if y'all come down here, we got to actually, collectively come and pay for a spot. But see, y'all got a little spot, even if it's not too big, y'all got a space where, for the first one, it's already being paid for. Yeah. So, this is about keeping the bag. So we can kind of do it up there first. And then once HS Inc. has that nice, beautiful headquarters here in the building that I go and I reach my hand towards and pray about all the time, then we can have them here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
that's how we gonna keep the bag. We're not gonna go to somebody's hotel and get them some money. No, we're gonna keep it in house.
Yes, that's exactly how we're gonna do it. Listen, thank you so much. We appreciate you. And I'm sure we'll be talking later. And is this your last live until next year?
Well, no. Next week.
Next week.
Well, the little one is off, but MJ is not until next week. So it's the 20th. His last day of school is Christmas Eve, so it's the 23rd. Normally, this would be the last one. I thought about this is probably my last Friday live, because that one is like Christmas Eve, and I'm a last minute shopper. So I'll probably, and my kids are nosy. Yeah, and Tiny Money will open up everything. So since that's Christmas Eve, I'll probably doing a lot of shopping and things like that on Christmas Eve. because we don't really all the big popular stuff. My kids don't care about that. Zani Mani said he wants police cars and trains this year. Yeah. They're gonna have those. So this will probably be my last Friday live. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think our last one is going to be the
21st. We have something we have to do. For that, we're gonna be headed to Louisiana to be with our family. So yeah, if y'all want to get something shipped, you got to get it before the 21st. I think
the 30th is the last Friday of the year.
Okay.
And that might be our last live, but we're gonna be going live here and there.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about money, y'all. Y'all gonna get mad at me. Go over to our other page if y'all don't want to hear it on this until we get it built up. We talking about money, finances, and all that stuff. So, and we're gonna bring Shakeya into that as well. Yeah. She don't know it, but she know it now. She's gonna be into that one as well. Because
I'm trying to see if I can create a loophole where I'm not doing live videos, but I ain't never say I ain't gonna jump on somebody else's TikTok.
Okay, look, there you go.
I'm trying to create loopholes here.
This train don't stop, man. I'm telling you, we have to. I don't want people to go into 2023 with this gap in this holiday. We're emotional right now, and I want everybody to spend as much time as they can with their families. I also want you to understand that after all the dust and the smoke clear, them bills gonna still be due. So that's the other thing, man. So if you don't have something that's automatic, that's making you something, when you're sleeping, we need to make sure that you got something to pay these bills. I'm saying, because bill don't play.
Yep. Bill, not at all.
Bill want his money. But that's
until next time, guys. Have a great.
Yeah.
Unlock your creativity and be incredible. So I want to get mine in so I can hear
Say it again, because I disturbed you. I messed it up. So say it one more time. Sorry.
Until next time, guys. Have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.
I love it, man. All right. So thank y'all for jumping on. We appreciate it. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all decided to come and see what we had going on. We're going to be doing a lot of interviews like this. And hopefully we'll be able to do a couple more repeats with the professor. But this is Eric.
And I'm D, y'all.
You be slow sometimes.
I know. I'm in another world.
Watch this. This is D.
I'm Eric.
See? So check it out. This is the Blank Spot Sublimation. This is the Blank Spot. This is Blank Spot Academy. We're a sublimation blank supply store located in Columbia, South Carolina. We're located at 224 O'Neill Court, Suite 26 and 27. If you are in the area, come down and check us out. But you got to do it before the 21st because we are going to be gone. But our website still goes. So I want you guys to understand something. Okay, we have these for you, not for us. But we kind of just invited you to a conversation that we was gonna probably have anyway. So it's kind of for me. I wanted to be nice and not be selfish. Anyway, like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. Make sure you like, share, tag, subscribe, hit the bell so you can be notified when we are live on YouTube. And we're trying to get our views up, so we need y'all to help us to get our views up. So y'all. Share our stuff. Y'all wonder why we ain't made it yet? Because you ain't sharing our stuff. Man, share our stuff. But if you think we're getting some value, man, just make sure you connect with us. And we'll see y'all at the top because there's too many people struggling at the bottom. Peace.
Have a great day, y'all.